Okay, let's begin all the way on our backs, rolling all the way down, letting the whole body relax, guiding everything to the mat, and just coming into this present moment. Let's begin by placing the hands either on the hip flexors or next to the hips, palms up in a receiving mode, or palms down in a grounding mode. So I probably recommend down right now. And let's inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. One more time, inhale through the nose and exhale everything out the mouth. Last time, in and hold. Exhale it out. Hold at the bottom. Inhale in. Hold at the top of the breath. Exhale out. And hold at the bottom. Inhale in. Hold. Exhale out. And hold. Inhale in. And hold. And exhale out. Hold there. This time, inhale. Feel the lungs filling up. Ready? Here we go. Lungs full and hold. Exhale it out. Hold again for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale in the nose gently. Holding for 4 at the top of the breath. 3, 4. And out through the nose. And hold. And from here, let's just bring the breath back to regular inhales and exhales. Fluid motion, no pausing at the top or bottom. Just guide you through 1 or 2 of those, and then you can take it from there. So inhale into the nose here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale gently out. 2, 3. We'll go 4. Again, inhale in. 2, 3, and 4. Exhale out. 2, 3, and 4. And as you do that, just take notice of the body on the mat. See any changes that have happened from the moment you lie down through the box breath. So that was called there. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale 4, hold 4, repeat. That's what we just did. And then we brought it back to regular breathing. So again, for me, I noticed that my shoulders are more relaxed on the mat. My tailbone is taking up more real estate, more space, which means my body is really giving in to relaxation. Once you're there, just notice the calves and the knees, the heels, and the loosening of the hips or the hip flexors. And then from there, just take notice of your surrounding. Any sounds coming from outside or inside. Noticing the air on your skin. The color of the eyelids, the eyes closed. And the feel of the body on the ground. So if that's the carpet beneath you, or the clothing on your skin. Feel all the fingertips on the mat, the heels, the calves, the loosening of the knees and the hips, the tailbone, the lower back. Feel the backs of the shoulder blades on the mat and the top of the head. And once you're present in the body, or as much as you can be, let's just take note of the feeling from the tips of the toes all the way through the entire body, like electric current going through your veins, riding up and down like a highway, lights buzzing, energetic, electric, night. Going through all the veins, up and down, not just the legs, but through the hip flexors, all the way through the abdominals, into the torso, up to the shoulders, out the arms and fingers, and then take note of everything above the shoulders. So the head, the neck, the forehead, and notice the top of the head. Think of light energy coming out the top of the crown. And then I just want you to pay attention to the forehead. So this is your third eye chakra, and that's what we're going to be focusing on today. And it's interesting, we have this blue, it's a blue purple. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about the chakra and then about this concept of clarity, because that was actually the card that I chose. So just let your body fall here and really bring that clear energy into a circular motion at the top of the forehead. The ancient Sanskrit name for the third eye chakra, which is violet, is Anja, and is located at the brow between the eyes. This chakra is related to the ability to see clearly, both physically and intuitively. It opens our psychic abilities and enables us to see the truth in all situations. It enhances our intuition, imagination, visualization, and insight. When the third eye is open and in balance, our intuition deepens, our awareness expands, and our dreams can bring us messages that unveil hidden truths. Remember, we remember things a lot more easily, and our minds become calm and at peace. Thank you, birdies. We may even see visions of the spirit world and experience an awakening of our psychic gifts. It is through the third eye that we envisage the world with greater clarity and perceive it from a place of spiritual truth. Okay, so on to clarity. So just take note again of the feeling in the forehead there. And then I want you to just pay attention and let's talk about clarity. So the visual here is very beautiful. Clear stone, like washing, so clear, like you have glasses on that you can see through it, all of a sudden you're not cloudy anymore. The ability to experience clarity is connected to the third eye chakra, and the more this chakra opens and is activated, the more clarity you will receive. It's time to see things clearly, to receive the answers you have been searching for. When our third eye chakra is blocked, it can affect our perception of situations in our lives. You are being encouraged at this time to cleanse and work on strengthening your third eye chakra so it can work to its full potential. There are some great meditations you can do to activate the third eye and get a crystal to assist. This is amethyst. Place this crystal on your third eye point and breathe in its energy to help activate and awaken your chakra. So just envision that. As your third eye opens, you will receive a lot more clarity in your life. Clarity comes when we can understand and clear the confusion around stressful situations in our lives. What in your life requires clearing? It is now time for you to action some clearing. Sometimes our minds create illusions that stop us from seeing the truth. It is time for you to let go of the thoughts that no longer serve you and come into a place of clarity. Once you receive this clarity, you will feel a deeper sense of self and well-being in your world. This card can also indicate that it's time to clarify a particular situation in your life. You may have asked a question, and this card is telling you that once you work on finding clarity, the answers will come. The affirmation is, I experience life with divine clarity. So because we're here and we're drawing this card, I'm actually going to bring on some of this harmonic resonance music from Larry as we begin. I think it really gets us into the mode here of relaxation. So as you're lying there, just feel that energetic buzz throughout the entire body and that focus on the clarity, that third eye being crystal clear. And let's take that into our practice today as we move through the motions during our yoga class, both in yoga pose and the stretches and the salsa portion of class. And just really think about using a cloth to clear the glass. So we're just rubbing away any residue, anything we no longer need. So it's not like a wet washing, like a waterfall, but it's almost there. It's just you need to rub away a little bit more to see clearly. So let's go ahead and bring the bottoms of the feet onto the mat, raising the knees up. And once we're here, let's bring the palms facing up. And as we do that, press the shoulders into the mat and raise the rib cage off. So you should only feel the shoulders and the tailbone on the mat. So we're gonna have a cow-like spine arching the back, and just hold that there, feeling what it feels like in your back, and then bring it back down. And as we raise the hips, place the palms on the mat. So rotate the hands down, press into the feet, and then tuck the hips and engage in the cat-like spine. Bring it back down into neutral. Bring the palms up to the sky, arms still on the ground, and then bring the rib cage out. So you're arching the back and back to neutral. Rotate the hands, tuck the hips, arch the spine and the shoulders into a cat, and then bring it back down to neutral. Again, open, now that you have the motion. Let the belly splay open, the rib cage open, arching the spine, bring it back to neutral. Last time here, rotate the palms down, tuck the hips, tuck the shoulders, and feel only the middle of the spine on the mat or on the carpet, and roll it back down. Separate the feet, draw the knees into center. Placing the hands on the thighs, releasing the shoulders to the mat. And as you do so, as you're pressing the shoulders down, just feel the chest opening. Draw the shoulder blades down the back as you do that, and notice if the belly flies open. And if it does, just draw the hip girdle back to neutral and flatten the back to the mat. Again, pressing the shoulders into the mat, drawing the shoulder blades down, keeping the spine neutral as much as you can, maybe engaging the abdominals. So we're just focusing on the upper half of the body from the hips up. Good. And stay there. Again, press the shoulders down and let the neck loosen as you do that. And then bring the knees apart, bring the feet back to hip width distance. And let's just let the knees rock left and right. Left and right. You should feel this on the tailbone. Good. Bring it back to center. And let's just do one motion here, keeping the palms facing down. Bringing the rib cage up, arching the spine, and then pressing it back to neutral and drawing the knees into the chest for a big hug. You can cross the arms or just place one hand below each knee, arching the back of the cat spine, bringing the nose with the forehead to the knees, and extending the body all the way out behind us for a big inhale. Again, feeling that lightning energy from the fingertips all the way to the toes. So here, I'd like you to just point the toes at the bottom of the mat and then engage the quadriceps, tuck the tailbone under, stretching the hip flexors, and then notice what happens to the lower back. Does it arch? Okay, well, if it does, just pay attention. Draw the abdominals in, draw the rib cage in, threading all the obliques together, and then just noticing what's happening as you draw the shoulder blades down the back. The wrists are touching the mat above you, and as you do this and everything becomes clear with the body, focus on the third eye. Find the looseness in the forehead. Again, just take all the smudges off of that glass. It's like a magnifying glass into your soul. And from here, let's go ahead and goal post the arms. So just bring them at 90 degrees. So elbows out to the sides, forearms are still ahead of you. And let's do the same thing on the bottom, but we're just going to come into butterfly. So place the bottoms of the feet together and the knees out. Good. And from here, we're just going to roll everything over onto the right side, closing the arms together. So you're on your side, your forearms are touching, your elbows are touching, and your knees are together. Inhale, open everything up except for the legs, so just the upper body. Good job. And then exhale, close it back, look to the right and shut, just like a book. But just the upper half of the body. Inhale, left arm all the way up, both posting the arms. Exhale, close it. Inhale, last time open, and stay here for one breath, just giving it a little bit of a deeper stretch. And exhale, close everything to the right and stay here for one breath. Good, feeling it close. And opening everything here back to center, arms goal post, butterfly to legs. One breath here. And exhale it out. Then draw everything to your left. Close the book on the left. Draw the knees together and then open to the right, only the upper body. Good, once you get there, go ahead and exhale, close to the left. Inhale, open up, look to the right. Exhale, close. Last time here, open up, twisting the spine, placing the forearm on the mat for one breath. It's okay if the shoulder's not touching, mine is not even close. And exhale, close it up and hold for one breath. Good. And this time, inhale, open everything, Supta Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose with the feet, the arms goal posted, but then let's just exhale and bring them down to the thighs. You can either place them underneath the thighs to hold them, just giving them a little bit of a break from the inner thigh stretch, or you can place them on the insides and press down slightly, whatever your body's needing today. Just notice what happens to the shoulder blades as you do each position with the arms. When you're ready, go ahead and press the outsides of the legs up, placing the feet on the mat. And this time, let's place the palms down, roll, make sure that the fingertips are near the heels. And from there, place the shoulder blades firmly onto the mat and the palms, tuck the hips, roll up into your bridge pose. And then here again, loosen the glutes, draw the quadriceps together and the inner thighs, and then imagine the knees are drawn together with a string. And just hold here. If you would like, you can place all the weight into the left foot, extending the right leg up just for a moment, and release. Place all the weight into the right side, extend the left leg up if you would like, very good. And release. And from here, one last inhale and exhale at the top, and then roll everything down. Separate the feet, mat width distance apart, let the knees fall together. Good, and just hold. Really focusing on the lower back and the sacrum here, that tailbone area, and just being very gentle with that part of your spine. It's a fragile area. Good. And bring the feet back together, separate the knees, draw the knees in for a hug. And from here, we can rock and roll up if you're comfortable. Today, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to cross my ankles, roll myself up using the strength of my abdominals, and then come onto hands and knees. And let's come into extended child's pose. So here, let's just bring the knees parallel. So hip width distance apart, untuck the toes, and then press the hips back. So instead of wide knee extended child's pose, just come into regular. Good. Again, noticing that place at the lower back, at the sacrum, and then extending the arms out here. If that means walking the hands slightly out and then lifting the wrists, putting all the weight into the fingertips. If you do that, pay attention. So it's like there's a little string pulling the wrists up. Like you're one of those dolls, forgot the word. And then there's a stretch underneath the armpit here. So just notice that. And then also notice the strength of the back and the shoulders in this position. Good. Go ahead and release the wrist down and walk them over to the right for a side body stretch. Inhale back to center. Continue walking all the way to the left for a side body stretch on the right. Good. Reach back as you stay in this position, grabbing the left ankle or the left heel with the left palm, and then press the hips up and forward, rotating the arms around into camel with one arm back, one arm extended. Once you arrive, go ahead and rotate all the way back and around, placing the right palm on the right heel, pressing the hips up, and bringing the left arm up and looking at it. And exhale everything down, plant the forehead on the mat, and hold, rest. Good. From here, let's just go ahead and leave the forehead right at the third eye on the mat. And as you lift the hips, so press up with the hips, let the head roll forward onto the crown, and be very gentle with the neck. Release it down. One more time, just because you got the motion here. Pressing into the shins, lifting the hips up, letting the weight roll onto the crown of the head from the third eye. Last time. Bring everything down. And if you want to do one more, you can. I know I said last time a couple times. Or you can just rest, depending on how your body feels today. Good. From here, let's go ahead and plant the hands below the shoulders, pressing into the palms, lifting the upper body up to a seated position, and place the palms to the right, untuck the legs,
And let's go ahead and bring the legs out in front of us for staff pose. But we're gonna do a one-legged staff. So that left leg's gonna stay out, flexing the foot. Grab the right ankle and plant the right foot into the inner thigh, wherever you like. If that's at the calf, the inner thigh, whatever's comfortable, and then go ahead and lift any flesh from underneath the sitting bones. Make sure the hips are very firm on the ground here and not tilted forward back. So we want to have a very neutral spine. And inhale the arms up, flexing the foot, pressing the knee into the mat, engaging the shin and the quadricep, and then leaning forward until you can't lean anymore. It might only be, a quarter of the way, but once you get as far as you can without sacrificing the leg, go ahead and release the hands down. If that means hands to the mat, shins to the mat, hands to the foot, whatever's comfortable for you. Maybe a couple of blocks or a pillow on the sides. And just stay here. This one's going to take a moment, again, for the hips to release. Kind of like pigeon on our back or half frog. It's like acknowledging the hips in general. Just saying, hello, I see you. I know that you're tight. And I'm going to be patient with the fact that you're tight. We're just waving at each other right now. Good afternoon. Okay, walking the hands back and inhaling up, looking at the sky, arching the back, shining the heart forward. Good, spine back to neutral. Release the right leg out, flexing the right foot, draw that left foot in. Again, removing any flesh underneath the sit bones. And let's focus on that right leg here. So again, the heel is firmly on the mat, the calf, that knee is pressing down, engaging the quadricep, and then let's focus on the hips. So from here, we want to make sure we're not leaning too far back and sacrificing the mid back and also not splaying the abdominals open forward. So let's just bring it into a neutral spine, being really careful with lower back, inhaling the arms up, and then again, leading far forward as you can without sacrificing the knee. As soon as you get as far as you can, go ahead and drop the hands or the shins or reach for the foot, whatever's comfortable, and just stay there. Again, acknowledging the hips. Okay, from here, we're actually just gonna draw the right foot in, inhale up, and then place the bottoms of the feet together. So butterfly pose, seated versus on our back. And then I want you to just arch the spine like we've been doing. So as you do that, draw the elbows back, engage the triceps, look up. And then this time, let's go ahead and make a cat spine. Tucking the pelvis, arching the back in the opposite direction. And then inhale to neutral. And as we're here, we're going to do the same type of thing. So inhaling, arms up, leaning forward as far as you can, which is not very far. And then let's just drop the hands. I don't mean not very far for you, I just mean in general. And then as you place the palms down, see if you can lean a little bit further forward because the torso is supported by palms being placed on the mat. And as you do that, if you can bring the forearms down, some people like to grab the ankles and place the elbows at the knees. That helps by, you can press a little more tension or pressure. You can actually use the strength of the arms to press the legs open. But the goal here is just not to sacrifice that lower back. Good job. One more moment, just encouraging those hips to loosen. We've already said hello to the spine, arching back and forth a few times this morning, so it should be relatively warm. And as we come up, we're just going to do a twist. So come up into neutral spine, and then place that left palm, like you were holding that crystal ball, over onto the left knee if you can. And then inhale the right arm up and reach it behind you. Another thing you could do here is just slide that right arm around behind you. Once you get wherever you can, inhale, lengthen the spine up, and on the exhale, twist. So use the hands as leverage. Go ahead and press into the left knee. Really focus on the right hand behind you, staying planted. And then you'll notice a twist coming from below, but it really is in that mid back. Use the gaze. Even if you can't move, just encourage the eyes to continue. One more breath here. Let it all the way out. And bring it back to center. Just roll the shoulders up. Let the shoulder blades slide down your back. And then to the left. Go ahead and place that right hand like you're holding a crystal ball onto the knee. And then inhale the left arm up to the sky and reach it behind you and look. From there, go ahead and take another inhale, lengthen the spine, use the hand to twist you back. So any sort of twist we'll do here is just encouraging the internal organs to be essentially wrung out like a wet rag. And as we're doing this, we're releasing toxins throughout the whole digestive system and the internal organs. So again, as I do twist, that's when I generally remind you to drink lots of water this afternoon. Good. One more breath here. And release it all the way out and release. And this time, just keep those hands and walk them slowly forward one more time. And just notice any more mobility that the back has, that the hips have than the first time you did this. It might feel slightly different than before, which is good. Okay, walk it back up, and let's go ahead and draw the knees in, tuck the legs behind you, come on to hands and knees. And we're just gonna do a little bit of rocking back and forth. So begin in essentially a tabletop position. I have my knees a little bit narrower than the hands, and I'm just gonna press the hips back and forth, just like stretching out a little bit of rubber band, saying, hey, I notice you, lower back. And as you do this, just rock through the palms into the fingertips, and then just take note of the strength of the arms. So you have the triceps here, holding the arms in place. And then once you have noticed the arms, the chest muscles holding you up, just notice the abdominals. Inhale, then take note of your breath. And from here, let's just walk the hands out slightly, drawing those legs together, and then just bring the hips down. And as you do that, the head just naturally looks up. Good. Draw the hips back, extend all the way out. Inhale, tabletop, placing the finger pads on the mat, taking good notice of the pointer finger and the thumb, tucking the toes, lifting the hips into downward facing dog. Now this might be just lift the hips slightly, keep the knees very bent. Whatever you can do here, don't overstretch the hamstrings. And then again, play with it. If that means lifting the heels, pressing the heels back, or if that means keeping the knees bent and then just paying tension and rocking back and forth in a semi-toes tucked tabletop back into downward facing dog, whatever your body's asking for right now. Good. And separate the feet hip width distance apart. And this time really press back into your downward facing dog. So again, pay attention to the pointer finger and the thumb, pressing through the hands. Good. Lifting those hips, creating space in the spine. Drop the knees down, mat width distance apart, bring the tippy toes together, press the hips back into extended child pose and breath. Good job. Again, inhale up. And tuck the toes, lift the hips into downward facing dog. And just walk the feet up to meet the hands. It's okay if they're bent. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then just roll the spine up, walking the hands up the legs. Roll the shoulders out as you reach the top of your mat. And let's just focus on our Tadasana, mountain pose. So let's separate the feet into hip width distance apart. Pay good attention to the feet, lifting the toes off the mat, planting them back down, pressing into the toes, lifting the heels, and really feeling grounded in your pose. And we talked about this a bit in previous classes. From here, once you feel grounded in the feet, just lift the arches. And as you lift the arches, you're going to notice that it straightens the legs, and you draw the kneecaps up, engage the quadriceps, and you'll see that as the inner thighs are engaged, that brings the tailbone slightly under, stretching the hip flexors, engaging the abdominals, drawing in the rib cage, sliding the shoulder blades down the back, opening the chest, and bringing energy out the fingertips and through the top of the head, engaging the triceps. This is a strong mountain. You should feel very proud of yourself right now. And this is it appears you're just standing, right? But standing with good posture makes a very big difference in how it feels, and then it works the muscles that you need in order to do the rest of your practice, and also to stand in your life. That means standing or walking, whatever it may mean. From here, inhale the arms all the way up, looking up at the sun. Exhaling the hands, swan dive forward into a forward fold. Plant the hands on the mat, step the feet back into plank, and then press the hips to downward facing dog. Do that 3 times. Inhale to plank, exhale, downward facing dog. So just using the strength of the arms and then also lifting the heels to press ourselves here. Last time here, inhale to plank, exhale, downward facing dog. And this time, let's go ahead and just drop the knees, untuck the toes, and then walk the hands back. And we're gonna do camel again. So reach the left hand to the left heel. Inhale the right arm around, pressing the hips forward. And rotate back around, grab the right heel with the right palm, and press the hips forward. Look at the left arm. Good. Notice how much easier that was from the first time we did it. Good. Tuck the toes here. Let's come into broken toe. And sitting up here, rolling the shoulders, inhaling the arms up, and exhaling down, walking the hands out, tapping the toes. And one more time. Tuck the toes, walk it back, see how it feels again, second time. And remember, you have control of stopping or starting this pose because it's very intense. So take what you need and leave the rest. Good. I'm going to release now. That was intense for me. Tucking the toes. And then from here, tapping the toes, tucking the toes, lifting the hips into downward facing dog. Again, option to jump to the top of your mat or step the feet to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, rolling all the way up. Inhaling the arms up. Exhaling the arms down, placing the hands on the hips. We're just going to step back into warrior one. So place all the weight into the left foot, step the right foot back behind you, and imagine you're on 2 skis. So how I think of this is I really focus on grounding the left foot here in front, and the back foot comes at 45 degrees out. So diagonal out to the right. Sometimes it's heel to heel alignment. I actually like to separate my feet a little bit wider. And then because your hands are on the hips, go ahead and bring the right hip forward, left hip back, but make sure you're not sinking the belly forward. So draw the belly up, tucking the tailbone, and then as you get there, press the right hip forward again and pull the left hip back. Good. And when you feel grounded in the feet, go ahead and inhale the arms up from that place of groundedness. There is your warrior one. Good. Let's go ahead and straighten the front leg here. Extend the arms up and out. Reach, 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 reach as far as you can to a flat back. And then just inhale it up. Good. Exhale, bend the front knee down, lift the back heel, and place the feet together at the top of the mat. Exhale everything out. Good job. Tadasana, strong mountain pose here. Feet beneath the hips, inhaling the arms up, exhaling the arms down, placing the hands on the hips, placing all the weight into the right foot. That means lift the toes, plant them on the mat, and step that left foot back into warrior one. 45 degrees and separate the feet. Again, rotate the hips forward. Once you do, tuck the tailbone, draw in the abdominals. You need to rotate the hips again. From that place of strength, inhale the arms all the way up. Good. Once you're there, go ahead and straighten the front leg and then bring the arms forward until you get to a flat back. If you're able, you don't have to straighten the legs all the way. And then inhale all the way up, drop the knee, bring the left foot around into high lunge and step the feet together. Exhale. So let's drop into chair since we're at the top of our mat. Inhale up, drop the hips into chair, and we're gonna come into eagle. I'll actually face you. So as you're dropping into your chair, we're going to put all the weight into the left foot, lifting up the right foot, crossing the thighs over each other. That's as far as you need to go, but if you can, engage the abdominals and then wrap the bottom foot around. And from here, let's draw the arms all the way down, right arm below the left, crossing forearms, lifting the elbows, drawing the forearms out, focusing the gaze on either side of the wrists. And one more second. Release everything. Inhale up. Great job. Exhale. Strong Tadasana. Right into the other side. Inhale, arms all the way up. Drop the hips into chair, drawing the inner thighs together. Bring all the weight into the right foot, lifting the left foot up, crossing the legs, tucking the toes behind, and exhale, right arm under left, cross the forearms, lift the elbows, draw the forearms out, place the gaze on either side of the wrists. Draw everything in, engaging the abdominals. One more breath here, you can do it. And release everything, inhale up, exhale all the way down. And as you're at the top of the mat, go ahead and bring all the weight into the right foot, step in the left foot back, and rotating the arms around into warrior two. So here, the idea would be to have the knee above the ankle and heel to arch alignment. One straight line of energy out the bottom ankle, all the way up the left side body and up. And as you bring the arms out, you have energy coming out both fingertips. Strong warrior. If you can look over the right fingertips, just focus right out there on your goal. Clear vision, third eye. Very good. Go ahead and straighten the right leg here. We're going to come into triangle, so just lean to the front, tilting the back hip, and then rotate the right arm down, look up at the left hand. From here, loosen out of the waist, bring energy up those top fingertips. Good. Inhale, back up, drop the knee into warrior two again. Good, and then rotate the back leg and back arm around into high lunge. Step the left foot to meet the right. Exhale everything down. Strong Tadasana. Right into the other side. Inhale, arms all the way up. Stepping your right foot back, putting all the weight into the left. Rotate the back foot around at 90 degrees. Heel to arch alignment. Knee over the ankle. And when you're ready, exhale the arms down. Gaze over that middle finger right out the front if it's okay with your neck. Energy coming out both arms. Good. Straighten the front leg. Tilt the back hip. Lean forward and come into triangle. So drop the left hand down. Look up at the right hand to the sky. Make space throughout the torso and the abdominal area. Good. Inhale, back up. Drop the front knee into warrior two. Rotate back arm and leg around into high lunge. And step the feet together. Exhale. Tadasana. So as you're in Tadasana, I'm just going to face you. So we're going to be starting these basic steps of salsa. Since we have an experienced student with us today, we might just be able to have a ton of fun with this. So that basic step is going to be stepping that right foot back on 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Here we go. 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. If you'd like to mirror me, you could bring the left foot forward on 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Keep it going. 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Keep going. 2, 3, and 5, 6. Hold it center, side to side, and 5, 6, 7. And for you, be left foot side and right foot side. I'm doing right and left. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to turn on some songs. It's actually Hana from MIDI Salsa. So I'll play a song, see if we can actually do a little bit of that to the beat here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Nice. 5, 6, 7. Now you bring right foot back, left foot forward. You can mirror me or match me. Back. 5, 6, 7, and a 1. 5, 1. 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Keep it going right here. 5, 6, 7, and 1. 5, 6, 7, 1. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 2 more here. Last time. 1 and 1. Side to side. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1. 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. All right. 6, 7, and 1. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Keep the legs here. Let's add some arms. Left arm out and all the way up. Around. 5, 6, 7, and extend. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, and out. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. No arms. 5, 6, 7. 2 more without arms, and then we'll add the right arm. Same thing here. Here we go. Right arm out. Cross. 2, 3, and down. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. Hair drape. Down the side body. Let it fall. Last one here. Around. 5, 6, 7, and hold. And let's bring it back on 1. I'll count out 8 first. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Here we go. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and a 1. Hold 1 second. 1, 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Keep it there. I'm going to take it around the world just for a little workout. So I'm going to go to my left, a quarter turn on each day counts. Starting with the back foot on 1. Let's count on 8 first. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. And quarter turn. 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And a 1. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Hold it front. 1. 1. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 2 more here and to the right. Last one here. Here we go. Quarter turn to the right. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Pull it front. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Stay there. Let's do a right turn. So that's going to be back on 1. So 1, 2, 3. Step front on 5. Step back on 6. Little pivot. And 7 to the front. Again, a 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Together again. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Together and a 1, 2, 3. Look front together and a back. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Last time here. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Hold it there. All right, let's try to put all that together kind of on cue. See what we can do for songs here. Five. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Let's go faster. This one's kind of fun. 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, baby steps. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1. Good. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Keep it going. 2 more here and side to side. Last one. To the side, to the right for me. If you're mirroring, you're the opposite. 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Keep it going. 5, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Basic back and front. Catch up when you can. Keep it here. 1, 2 more, and to the left. Last time here. 1. To the left, turn 1. Keep it going, and 1. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1. 5, 6, 7. Hold front. 2 more to the 1, 2, 3. Last one here, and to the right. Here we go, and right turn. Hold. Continue. 1, 5, 1. Hold front and back. We're going to add the turn when you're ready. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 2 more, and then the right turn. 1 more here. Here's the turn on 5. Turn, 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 and 1. Turn on 5. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. 2 more. 5, 6, 7. 1. 5, 6, 7. Hold basic front and back and back. Front if you're matching me. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 2 more, and then side to side, and we'll add the arms. Here we go, and side. 1, 5. Alrighty, great job. 2 more, and left arm out. Here we go, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, arm, and 1. Hair drape, side body. Let it hang. Last one. Hair drape, side body. Let it down. Basic. 2. Last one, and right arm out. Right arm. Hair drape, side body, and down. Right arm. Hair drape, side body, and down. We'll do one more. Right arm, hair drape, side body, and down. Good. Slow it down. Take it front and back. Find your mat again if you've lost it. Good. Good. I'm just continuing to do the feet. Not exactly on the beat, but more so to decrease the heart rate. Go ahead, bring both arms on it. Up on an inhale. Exhale down. Good job. Inhale the arms up. And exhale the arms down. 2 more here. Inhale up. And exhale it down. And up. And exhale all the way down. Good. Stay there. Let's just keep the feet moving, just stepping in place. Kind of like we're marching and walking. Good job. Found your. Good. So we're just going to step the feet out parallel and just bring the hips left and right. So left and right, left and right. Might feel a little silly, but it probably is good. Good. And then center, and then just front and back a little bit. So we're going to go all the way around. So bring it center. So left, front, right, and back. And left, front, right, and back. Last time here. Front, side, and back, and left, back, side, and front, and left, back, side, and front, and left, back, side, and front. Back to neutral. Bring the arms out, flat back, forward, and then plant the palms on the mat. And as you do that, just go ahead and plant the right fingers. If you need to bend the elbows or the knees, that's fine. And you can inhale that left arm up for a twist. You always can bring that right hand to the right shin or the right ankle, and from there, press up, twisting the spine. Good. And bring that left hand down, either under the nose, on the floor, or crossing it at the ankle or the shin. And from there, press into the left hand in order to raise up out of the right. So it takes the same action of pressing and extending. Good, and bring it all the way down. Inhale the arms to a flat back, all the way up. So option here, once you rise, I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see. You can roll the shoulders up, and if you can clasp the hands behind you the funny way, so the opposite way, go ahead and do that, keeping the legs parallel. And as you do, up this side, go ahead and bring the flat back down. And once you're ready, let the arms release over the head. Be careful, this one's intense, and that's okay. Good, when you're ready, release the hands, go ahead and plant them on the mat, and then just drop the hips down and look up. So we're gonna do that 3 times. Straighten the legs, look down between the feet behind you, and drop the hips, look up. Last time here, straighten the legs, look between them, and then drop the hips, this time all the way to the mat. So go ahead and drop the hips to the mat, bring the feet out in front of you. We're gonna do a little bit of abs here, and then come into our final resting pose. So there's a couple options here. I do a lot of boat. We're gonna do this kind of thing where we lift, point the toes, and then grab the hamstrings. You can do that, or you can bring the back. We're just gonna cross the legs, cross the shins, cross and cross. Yeah, just kind of getting a new motion. You should feel this in the quadriceps and the thighs. And then you just gave me an idea. So let's actually plant the feet on the mat, roll the back all the way down, and we're going to bring the heels closer to the fingertips, having the whole back flat on the mat, and then lift the palms off the mat as you cat arch the spine. So it's like a little crunch, and then stay, and then reach for the right foot, reach for the left. We're just kind of twisting left and right here. Again, paying attention to the inner thighs and the knees as you draw them in. And just do this oblique twist, right and left, and right and left. A couple more times, right, left, and right, left. Release everything back to the mat, and then extend the legs up to the sky, or legs up the wall. Flutter kick the feet, bringing movement into the shins and calves. Good. And then here, if you want to come into shoulder stand, you can. That would mean that you lift the hips up and go ahead and plant the hands, the lower back. Or just stay right there. Great job. If you want to let those feet fall gently over the head, go ahead. And when you're ready, roll everything back to the mat, including the legs all the way down. And then imagine a zipper from the toes, point the toes, bring that zipper all the way up the inner thighs, raise the upper body off of the mat, place the fingertips near the hips, elbows drawing in, pressing the chest up for fish pose. This is similar to a lot of the motions we've done in class today, it's just in a different orientation. So we're in a different position, same motion. Good. Release the back all the way to the mat. Let's just draw the knees in, drop the knees out, bringing the bottoms of the feet together for butterfly. Again, it should feel very different than the beginning of class. Good. And from here, draw the knees in together, extend the left leg out, just draw that right knee in. Then we're just gonna come into, first we're gonna open it, and with the forearm covering that right kneecap, draw the knee out to the side. Bring it back into center, and then this time grab the shin or the knee with the left hand, extend the right arm. If you need to lift the hips, go ahead, but just cross the left knee all the way to the left for a twist, looking to the right. Good. Just like that. Again, this should kind of feel like what we did sitting up, where it was a deep twist in the mid back, lower back, and back to center. Go ahead and bring the hips to neutral, extend the right leg out, draw that left knee in, again, grabbing it with the left forearm and drawing it out to the side. And when you're ready, drop back to center, grab it with the right arm, bring the hips up if you need to, rotate them in a different position to be comfortable. Draw the left arm out and look at it as you're grabbing the right knee for a twist. You should feel this in the left glute. Good. And back to center. This time, let's just bring both of those knees in for a great big hug. Again, noticing a difference as we extend the legs all the way out, drawing the arms up for a big inhale. Exhaling down, and then I want you to just let the feet fall open and the knees as well. Palms up in a receiving mode, and just notice those locations we talked about from the beginning of class. So the calves, the lower back, how much real estate is that area taking up, and then the shoulder blades. Have you relaxed more into the mat this time? Is there anything else that needs your attention or care? Let's just wiggle those fingers and the toes. And then again, bring the focus to the third eye, and then release that, and then go back to that highway, energetic, lightning type feeling buzzing through your entire body. Good. Or maybe it's like fireflies this time, more gentle, more nature-like rather than car-like. Then as you feel that electricity running through your veins, go grab that handkerchief or that cloth and clear off any smudges that are on the clear glass or the crystal that sits at the third eye. And notice how clear it is. And as you do that, I'm going to read something to you, and then we'll have some silent time. I have committed to writing daily, and I will use that to share with my students. And so today is called Blinded. Sometimes we can be so blinded by our past that we are unable to fully see the future. I have been guilty of this habit for far too long, and now was the time I decided to do something about it. I've been wretched so hard by my past that I let it muddy my beautiful current reality. It was time for change, time for something new. I saw the difference, finally. So as we lie here in final resting pose, I'd like you to think about what that may be in your life. What is it that appears muddy or is muddying the waters? And what can you wipe off? And just set the dirty cloth aside next to your mat. And for one moment, just see your life clearly. Now, today, as it is.
Start to bring awareness into the body. That clear vision. As you do, go ahead and roll on to one side. And bring yourself up into a seated position. As you do, let's take those hands and just place them on the kneecaps. And then arch the spine forward, inhale. And tuck it back into the cat spine. One more time, inhale. Exhale everything out. Inhale back to center. Let's just rub those palms together, bringing some energy and warmth into the hand, depending on the temperature it is that you're coming from. And just place the palms together at heart center. And let's just rise them up to the third eye, since that was our focus today. And just notice that that activates the third eye chakra now. And you suddenly find a different sentiment throughout the body. And from here, let's honor our practice by closing class, bowing forward, saying namaste. And inhaling back to center, celebrating the light inside of you. The light inside of me sees, honors, celebrates, loves, and rejoices in the light inside of each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being in class today. I'm so happy to have you. We will be happy to have another class here soon. And moving on from there,